Hello, everybody.
Hello, Coach. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing fantastic. Super
Good.
excited every time I see the introduction. It just never gets old to me.
I know, right?
So,
Hey, look, welcome everybody to the Coach's Corner with myself, Coach Hadassah, and we have the beautiful, the amazing, the look, everything. Coach Cotton, Coach Cotton Gloves in the building.
Coach Cotton Gloves. Y'all just gonna make it. Y'all gonna
We're
make
not
it
gonna let it
through.
go. Coach Cotton Gloves in the building. And look, and sister over here, I'm gonna need to change my setup. I'm gonna have to, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to go over there on the other side because then sister Lisa be in the screenshot because
Yes.
yeah, she be in the background like, hey, what's up, everybody?
Yes, we need
Coach
sister to
Cotton.
do her debut. We need to see her. We need to do her debut on this Coach's Corner.
Yes, because she is always here with us. And so,
Absolutely.
oh, you know what? I'm so sorry, Coach. Um, did you send me something?
The video.
And did you send it in the thingy?
I sent it to you, Messenger.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna pull it up. I forgot like all just that fast.
No
But
problem.
no problem because I am going to pull it up. Coach Cotton. Uh-oh. Hold on. Now we doing a lot. Hold on. Let me do it again.
You like, wait, whoa.
Right. Wait. Hold on. Let me stop it. Pause. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that we had it on cue so that when we're ready, we're ready. So
Absolutely.
today, I mean, Coach Cotton, she brought it because we were, what was it? We were having a conversation. Was that what it was about? We
That's
had,
exactly what it was. You and I were talking, and I can't remember we was coming from morning motivation or whatever. But we got on the subject about the gifts and the talents, and no, matter of fact, we were on morning motivation, and you was just sharing about the video we watched, and then you went off into explaining the talents and what they mean and what they represent and how your talent is your gift, but also your talent is considered like the income or the earnings that you make. And so when you went into that, you didn't even realize, I know I wasn't the only one, but more people were super excited just to get the understanding or reminder, refresher. And so I was like, Coach, you got to go ahead and jump into that a little bit more for everybody. For everybody who was tardy for the party, or just for those who want to hear more about that explanation and what that really represents. And so, yeah, that's how we was on that subject of talents.
okay. Gotcha. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Um, okay, so yeah. So before we really like deep dive into it, right? We're gonna pull up and we're gonna watch the video that Coach Cotton has provided, that she provided for us. I haven't seen it yet, so it'll be my first time, and it wasn't because I didn't want to watch the video. It was I was running around, all that good stuff, and I saw it come up and I'm like, oh, okay, Coach, with a video, like, yeah, we're gonna run it. So let me go ahead and share that, and then I will
Yes.
dive into what that is, because that's something that we should all really know and understand when it comes to talents, because we talk about it a lot. We
Absolutely.
really, yeah, we do. So let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me see. Do I leave? Uh okay, yeah. All right. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that right there. And here we go.
The parable of the talents. So there's this master, right? And he came to his servants, and he said, I'm about to go on a trip. To one servant, he gave 5 talents. To the other, he gave 2. And to the last one, he gave 1. And he gave them all their talents according to their ability. So he takes off straight away, gone, out, on his way to his trip. The servant that got 5 talents took his talents straight away, wheeled and dealed, traded, did all he could do, and got 5 more. Then the servant who got 2 talents took his talents, wheeled and dealed, traded, and he got 2 more. But the servant who got 1 talent, that servant was afraid and hid his talent in the ground. She hid her talent in the ground. So the master comes back and he says, all right, y'all, I'm back. What's the deal? What you do with your talents? What it do? And the dude with 5 goes, Lord, you gave me 5 talents. I wheeled and dealed, I traded, I did my thing, and I got 5 more. The Lord said, wow, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over few. I shall make thee ruler over many. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. Woo! What a statement, right? So then the second one goes, he goes, what you do with your talent? The second one goes, you gave me 2 talents. I wheeled and dealed, I traded, I did my thing, and I got 2 more. And the master said, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over few things. I shall make thee ruler over many. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. And then he goes to the last servant and he says, what's the deal? He said, Lord, I knew that you were a wicked God and that you reaped where you didn't sow. So I took my talent and I hid it because I was scared. And the master said, thou wicked and slothful servant. Do you mean to tell me I gave you the 1 talent and you hid it? You didn't even trade it in. You didn't even put it in the bank for interest. You just hid it? Take his talent and give it to the one with 10. Interesting point, because that's how life works. You see, it's not about where you start. It's about use. It's about whether you use what you got. Everybody's going to start in different places according to ability. That's how it works. Life isn't fair in that way. Bottom line, the Lord, the Master, didn't make it about competition. He didn't say, you with 5 and you with 2, you guys battling against each other. He said the same thing to both of them. No matter where you were when you started, if you took those talents and put them into the world and gave your spirit, then he said, thou good and faithful servant, I will make thee ruler over many because you honored who you were. How many of us sit on our talents, bury our talents in the ground because we wish that we were born into a rich family. We wish that our dad wasn't on drugs. We wish that we were raped when we were 7. We wish. None of that matters. Those are the cards you were dealt. And if you get the cards and use the cards properly, oh my God, you shall be ruler over many. When we focus on what we do have and we use it, that's the lesson here, is use. If you don't use it, you lose it. Bottom line, it's like a muscle. It will atrophy. If I don't use this muscle, it will die. We have to honor where we are in life. We came here for specific reasons. And it's on you to get out of your way, to clear all the muck and the mire to become you. And when you are you, you get to serve. We have story after story after story of people who were born into pure dirt poverty. People like Nelson Mandela, Bishop Tutu, people like Mother Teresa. There's all kinds of people. It didn't matter where they started. What mattered is whether they used what they had. If you get nothing else out of this, take what you got and love people to the best of your ability. Take what you got and serve the planet. I love you. This is Questions with Preston. I ask that you click like, share, subscribe, get the message out. This isn't about me, this is about you. Let's go. Oh! Talents!
Coach.
Coach. Did you like that video, Coach? What are you thinking?
Girl, wait, girl, let me straighten up my seat. Hold on. I got, I gotta get. Ooh, I still got to get my money making chair. Look, I had to go
Right.
money making chair. I've been looking for a good one. Woo. Okay. See, first of all, let me say, you was like, Coach, did you see the video? You gonna watch it? I said, okay, we gonna run it. Did you didn't even watch it? I trust your judgment, Coach. Like,
But
I'm
I
pretty
be wanting you to watch it.
pretty sure it's gonna be a good video, and we're gonna do something with it, honey. You got a good video, right? That one was good, and that's it. That part, right? That part. So that helps to just, you know, what I was saying the other day when we watched the that Steve Harvey video that Tony brought up on Morning Motivation.
Right.
That listen, talents in the scriptures, okay, and okay, I do have to say this, and it's not a disclaimer, but it's just I really need people to understand that this is not about man's religion, right?
Right.
Religion, to be religious is just really something that we do routinely. That's really what that is. It's something that if we do it routinely and every day, it's certain practices. That's a way of our life, and then that is what religion is.
Right. Right.
And so when I do refer to the Bible, which is a law book, like the first 5 books of the Bible are books of the law.
Right.
And then the rest are, you know, books and letters that was written throughout time from various people throughout time who lived in whatever it was their specific time, and the things that were going on in the world and the government and all of that, and how their people had to, you know, come out of slavery, bondage,
Right.
all of that, right? So it was written by a chosen people, but also oppressed people too.
Right. True. Very true.
So they just like we write books and we share our stories, that's what that is. And so those 66 books that are in the canonized Bible. Canonized means that King James, when he was in authority, when he was alive, he took a certain number of those books and compiled them together,
Right.
and that was that authorized version that was lawful, you know, that he put out there to be lawful. But there are many books, many more that sits in the Vatican that people are still kind of bringing out, discovering, and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I say all that to say that when I do refer to it, I'm referring to the law. I'm referring to what, or like the scriptures say, you know, men of old times or in ancient times wrote as they were inspired by the Spirit.
Right.
So in that book, it talks about the talents, like the gentleman was just saying on that video. And talent is a measure of money. Like in the scriptures, it talk about that. Talent is really, it's a measure of money. Like they had, you know, we have our coins, right? Those are called talents.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're born with certain talents because that thing, you know, there are spiritual gifts and then there are talents, right? Now, your spiritual gift can be used within the talent.
Right. That makes
And
sense.
I mean, it's not separate because your spirit that is in you, you know, and the fruits of it, like love, joy, peace, endurance, kindness, righteousness, faith, humility, self-control. Like, you can't not use that while you're using your gift, because that's a part of you, right?
Right.
When you're, and it says the fruit of the spirit. So that means to bear fruit, you had to have started with a seed. And the only way that you're going to get that seed is if you are, and that seed is activated.
Right.
The only way that you're going to get that seed to grow and to be nourished and flourish is if, we have that close, intimate relationship with our creator, the spirit of all things. And no matter what come up against us or anything, we hold tight to that, and these things develop us, or what we call like character development, right?
Right.
Self-development, personal development, all of those things. And then from that, we bear fruit.
Right.
And then those are the fruits. And that is used within the talents that we have, that is inborn in us. Because why put us on this earth when we know, when look, the creator know that, oh yeah, for them to be down there on this earth, they're gonna need money. And so,
Absolutely.
and so,
Right.
in order to feed themselves and stuff like that. So therefore, let me put in them, by whatever measure he gave, for them to put that to use, and then they get a return on their investment,
Right.
right? So whatever that is, just like the man said, in this video, it's not about competition. See, competition is what this world has taught us, that we have to compete against one another in order to succeed and all this kind of stuff in the world. And so, and even to be competitive, it's not necessarily an against thing, more so than it is uh, competing to keep up with. That's how we need to look at competition. So say, for instance, like say, us in our common unity, right? In Extreme FX, and we're all here, and we're all students, and we're all learning the skill set.
Right.
We have the same educators, right? We have the same educators. They're teaching the same students the same thing, and then it is up to us individually to apply what we've learned. Test it out in our demo. When we get comfortable enough with that, then we go over into our live account. We accept our gains just as we should accept our losses,
Right.
right? Because the losses, we can learn something from those losses, because it's like, ooh, I did, like, man, I did blow that account, and it was because we could look at that, evaluate it. It was because I start feeling myself, or I was like, ooh, I could get more or whatever. And we deviate from the plan, or we make our goal and we stay out the market, but then it's like, ooh, I see that I could get some more of that, and then next thing you know, we lost everything that we gained, right?
Right.
And so, but those are lessons, and they're good. And so if we don't stop, or we continue to endure a fruit of the spirit, right? Long suffering is endurance. We continue to endure, we begin to grow more and learn more. And the last fruit of the spirit is self-control. So with that, we have everybody starting to develop at their rate or pace or whatever, depending on what they did, what they put in, the work that they've done or whatever.
Right.
And so now we're seeing that, we're seeing the results in the fruit. And say Cherry, it's like, woo, we cheering Cherry on, because it's like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have hope because we see that it worked for somebody that we're here with. Now, are we competing against Sherry? No, we're competing to keep up with Sherry. right? Not against, but man, she did it. Shoot,
I
let
can
me,
do it too.
I can do it too. So look, what did you do? All right, let me get back. And then when she tell us what we did, what she did, she like, look, there was no special sauce or no, this is that and the other. Um, I showed up, I decided, I committed, I
Mm-hmm.
became more diligent to do this and that and the other. I tested some things out, and this is what happened.
Right.
Right? Like basically, she said there's no shortcuts, right? And so it's like, okay, so then we could take that along with what we're learning to and do it. But we're doing that not to be like, well, she made 1 million, and so I'm gonna make five. If she did, like none of that.
Right. That's
It's
not the example that she
That's not
said.
the example, right? We're competing to keep up with. And so then, Nicole Williams, the scout queen, we call her the scout queen. And when she had a $42,000 day, and then another $42,000 day, and then a $50,000 day, and then a
Mm-hmm.
$76,000 day, right?
A
And she said,
day. This is a day.
this is a day, okay? And not 12 hours a day. I mean, you're talking about maybe an hour,
Mm-hmm.
if that, if that. And okay, what's your process? In a nutshell, the same thing. I
Right.
implemented, I showed up. This is what I did. I tested some things out. Boom. So we're competing to keep up with our peers,
Right.
right? That's it. And we still celebrate one another. So
Absolutely.
so with that, as the so but here's the thing. That's one gift and talent that they have, because they have many others, right? Like Sherry wrote a book. She's a writer. That's a talent, right? She's an engineer. That's a talent.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many other things that she probably is, and now that there's like money to boot to go with it, man,
Mm-hmm.
who what else? Like she's traveling the country right now. Look, sharing this good news with everybody. That's a
Absolutely.
talent. You see what I'm saying?
That is
And
that talent probably outbeats the trading talent because you're
trading
willing to
talent.
now share what you
Exactly.
know, and that's providing information to other people that something they didn't know.
Exactly. Exactly. And so, that same thing with um um Nicole the Scout Queen. Uh I've messaged her earlier, and then she messaged me back, but it was some things that she was saying, and I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that she did those other things.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, like she's in the sports and everything. And so, wow, those gifts, well, I have this tournament and then such and such, so and so, this is that and the other, and she's a teacher. So it's like teaching, that's a talent, right? The ability to do what she's done with trading, that's a talent. She's an athlete, that's a talent,
Right.
right? And that's what she's doing. She's investing in her various talents.
Absolutely.
And and some of them actually yield money, right? I mean, like the monetary dollars or whatever. And then there are some that's just like, look, King Pip. What does he do? Soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trading, soccer, coaching, like super dad. I mean, all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Those are talents, and they all yield different, you know um uh talents or gifts or whatever, depending on what it is. Like to be, a great parent. Well, you do not get paid monetarily
Being a
for
parent.
parenting,
Right.
but you do reap, the fruits of that in other ways, like what you see in your children, that you invested in them, into their growth and their development, and all
Right.
of those types of things, and then you see the fruit of that. Parenting is trust me, it's a talent. Parenting is a talent.
That
Because
is
everybody
hilarious.
don't have that skill, apparently.
They don't. They don't have the talent, right? For
Right?
for that.
You know, just so that thing and like even with Steve Harvey, when we watched that video, he said the person he was talking about cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, that person was cutting hair well before they went to cosmetology school or barber college,
Right.
because it was already in them. They just went
Mm-hmm.
to the school in order to get the technical, the skill set, get their skills sharpened, learn the various techniques and things that you would have to do, and then the safety precautions and all of those things, and get licensed, of course, so
Right.
that they could be professional at it. And then he said the man was what, making $10 a haircut. Now he doing, how much did he say?
I don't know, like, was it like
Like
$1,000 a head or
2,000.
something? It was like really up there.
Yeah, he was. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he said like 10,000 or something like that.
Yeah, he was getting
Um,
paid. Yeah, a lot
yeah,
for
and
cutting
then
hair.
then he said he opened up a school, and I know somebody in our community. We grew up just like that. Started out in his parents' basement,
Mm.
cutting hair. Went to school, had started having so much clientele to where it was like, okay, we can't have all these people in our house, and so
Right.
rented a spot. Next thing you know, he had a school. Next thing you know, um, he moved the school, because I remember it was getting built and everything, and I was trying to go. I already had my cosmetology license, but I wanted to go back and sharpen my skill set. And
Right.
so now he done partnered with Walmart, gonna have a barber school, but the barber shop inside of Walmart and everything, billboards all up over the place. And I mean,
That's great.
talent, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Using his ability to
using,
profit and to earn talent from it.
exactly. And so, what is your talent? What is your talent? And whichever one, because you may have many. I mean, trust me when I say I know people, and look, I know people. I am people that has various talents, and
Right.
you try to figure out which one to do first, right? Because it might seem like you're all over the place, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not that. It's that you have so many, but which one will yield the fruits and the benefits or whatever first, so that
Right.
first of all sustain our living, and then continue to invest in the other talents as well,
Absolutely.
right? And so when you have various talents like that, you do have to end up choosing one to focus on at that particular time, and
Mm-hmm.
then start investing in the other ones
Right.
as well, right? But what is it for you? You know, what talents do you have that you can start with like right now today, and invest in that,
Mm-hmm.
hone it, perfect the
Yes.
skill set, all of those things, because whatever it is the talent that you have everything at your disposal right now in order for you to do it and make it happen. Like
Absolutely.
you do, and then you move forth in that, and you allow that to grow, to invest in the other talents you have. And I have to say this as well: don't let nobody pimp you for your talents.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let nobody try to make you feel some type of way because you charging whatever it is that you must charge for your talents.
Right. Don't let them get
That
that
all
free
too well.
99.
Right, trying to get everything for free 99. Like, no, those are poor. No, those are poverty minded people. I don't like to say
Mm-hmm.
poor because, in the scriptures it talk about blessed are the poor, for they should see the kingdom of heaven. You can improve upon poor. You can't necessarily improve upon broke
Right.
mindset, poverty mindset that want everything for free.
Right.
Free doesn't mean without cost. free means that it's without constraints, limitations, without boundaries or being bound up in any type of way, right?
Absolutely.
But your talent is supposed to yield you money. Don't be out here doing stuff for folks for free. I mean, we ain't saying charge $1 million for a toenail clip, but
Right.
but I mean, but you know
But
what I
don't offer your services and just keep giving it away, because
yeah, you
what we
can't.
found out, what I know I learned, coach, and I believe he was with me, that when you do that, one, you're not helping the person, and you're selling yourself short. And
Yes,
so if you're giving everything away, and you have a good product or you're offering a good service, and nobody wants to pay you for your service, and you're okay with that, it sends the reverse message that we think that it's sending. We think that, oh, we're giving people a discount, and oh, we're helping, we're supporting, people who may be on hard times or who can't technically afford it. Yeah, I'm gonna do air quotes on that, but that's not the case. What we're doing is saying that we're not worth this price that we set on the service, and people are okay with giving you less than what you are worth. That's the message that we send out. And we got to come to a place to where when you are confident in your talent, and you know what you're doing is in integrity, of good faith, and that you're good at what you do and that it helps people, you need to price point your talent for what you are valued. And it has nothing to do with, oh, you overpriced or whatever. And so those people who cannot meet that price point you have, those are just not your people.
those are not
But
your
I
people.
promise you, when you get into an area where those people who don't even blink an eye, those are your people. Your people, they won't blink over the price. They're not all taken aback about what you set your value to be. They like, oh my God, this is it. Well, let me pay today, upfront and in full, because
Yeah.
they're not looking for a discount, but they already know what the value is of the service that you're offering, and then who it's coming from. And so I just love the way you explained about that talent, coach. And I had wanted to touch on one thing, but I didn't want to stop you because it was just so good about the ability from the video. And then what you also said is that this is an ability that we have. What does ability mean? It means something that we are able to do. We are able-bodied. We have the strength, we have the knowledge, the education, the power, the experience to do this without it restricting us, without it causing any conflict. We can do this all day long. What is your
You know
talent?
what?
Your talent.
I want to point out that word, coach. The
Yes.
ability. And
Yes, please point it out.
when you look up that word, you look up the word power in the dictionary. It means ability.
Ability. Wow. Wow. I didn't even know that. See,
All
you
right,
just
keep
taught me
going.
something again. Look, just taught me something again. But that's exactly what it is, because you can do that within your power. You're able to do that, right? And so when we're talking about the ability, we cannot shortchange ourselves on what we know that we have the power to do, right? And then about the talents, why are we going to hide it? Hiding something means there's a fear. That means we don't have the confidence or the courage to believe that we have the power to see this through to the end or to even get started. So when you're doing that, when you bury or you hide your talent, or you say, I don't know if I can do this, or I can't do that, or what if they don't like this, or what, all these excuses that we can come up with to defeat ourselves before we even get started, we're just doing nothing more than hiding and burying the talent. And what did the master say? You wicked man, you sloth, you lazy man, how dare you take something that I gave you the ability. I measured out what I knew you could do.
Yeah.
I didn't give you something huge that I knew you couldn't accomplish. I gave you the ability. I measured out just enough for you. And just like the other two, you could have done something with it. He even went as far as to say, shoot, instead of bearing it, you could have invested it and let it accrue some type of interest. But because he was fearful, right? He was scared. He went and hid it. And what he thinking about, oh, now he want to flip it back on the master. No, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I got my talents. I got so many talents, and I'm sharing talents with y'all to help you, asking you guys to help me manage what I already got going on. So don't flip it on me talking about, oh, I know what type of master you are and all this. No, you couldn't have, because if you knew what type of master I was, you would have knew that I gave you what I knew you could double, or what you could work with within your ability to produce something else, to produce something greater, to multiply it. So you couldn't have known nothing about me because you went and buried your talent out of fear, out of being lazy, out of being slothful. And so what we got to do is take some accountability about the talent that we have. Why aren't we using that talent? If you know you are the best cake baker out there, why are you not baking cakes? I mean, I'm just asking the question, Coach. If you know you're the best hairstylist out there, why are you not styling hair? If you know you're the best trader out there, why are you not trading? Why are you hiding and burying your talent? You're burying this out of fear, out of what people thinking. Why does that even matter? This is what the master has given you, for you to earn more talents and to multiply. But Coach, go ahead, finish up, please. Finish up.
Look, I'm like, you said it all. Look, you said it all, like for real. But look, it was something that you just said. What was that? You said, that's that part. When he said, I knew you were what did he say? What he was saying about the master, that he
I
was
knew that you were the mean man, and you wanted, yourself a certain way, and you wanted the manager a certain way, and if we couldn't do all these excuses that he trying to throw back on the master.
Right. He was projecting.
Absolutely. That's exactly what he was doing.
He was projecting.
But that was everything he thought of himself that he projected
right.
on the
And that's the reason why he turned around and said back to him, he was like, no, you evil. And don't be projecting that on me. Wait,
Period.
how am I a evil, wicked, whatever man or something like that when I gave you talents?
I gave it to you, right?
I gave it to you.
Thanks.
So how would, I mean, like, that don't make sense. I'm sitting up here giving you stuff, and then you turn around and saying that he said, no, that's you. And so because you showed me who you were or who you are based on what you didn't do, and you hid it. Let me go ahead and get that about your partner, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to somebody else.
Run it on back, and you
run it on back.
Leave the house. Like he said, leave my whole house. Like you can't even be in the vicinity of what I got going on, because we don't even match in spirits. We don't even match in the vision we trying to do here. So I need you to give me my stuff back, and you go on, get as far away from me and my kingdom as you can, because you don't have the same frame of mind that myself and these other two do. So goodbye.
Yes. So, honey, look, thank you for that video, because it was really, really good. And I posted something the other day, Jordan Peterson. It was about teaching, and he was saying, like, the best teachers are those who, they're really teaching themselves when they teach, and which is true. Like anything that I'm gonna say or whatever, and I call myself teaching it, it's like, do know that I'm listening to me. And because it's not even me, it's what's coming through me, and I'm paying attention and taking note and then implementing it myself, because that's how you learn, and that's how we learn, that's how we grow. And so this was really good. And I think about the various things that I've been able to do over the years, and it's like, man, you doing this now, you doing this, you doing this.
Right.
You danced, you modeled, you did hair, you did you raised kids, you did. What didn't you do? I haven't made $1 million yet. How about that? Now it's time to invest in that.
I'm going for that now. I'm just gonna go for the million.
So the next talent that I didn't realize that I had, but now that I've I paid attention to my birth chart, and where I remember the day Spirit said to me, I have something for you to do, and you can't do it behind this chair. And I'm like, what? Right? And it was for the next thing for me to do was homeschool. And I was like, I don't know. Mm-mm. I didn't feel I was qualified. I'm like, born into a family of educators and coaches. And you know, uh I didn't think I had that in me, but it was more so because um I felt like I didn't take the same, path in education
Right.
as everyone else. And so that's why I didn't feel like I was qualified. But now that I know what I do know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my gosh, I mean, although like the situation as it was what it was, but it also saved me from certain things to where my mind can grasp um concepts
Mm-hmm.
a lot quicker. Whereas, there are certain things in education that a lot of people don't even realize, and if you try to tell them, they don't get it, although you can see it everywhere.
Right.
There's a certain way that the mind is programmed through education that that keeps it fixed. And so that's the reason why a lot of people, it's kind of like, well, why can't they get it or get something that like this is simple. This is like ABC 1, 2, 3. But the way it's programmed through institutional
Right.
learning, it fixes the mind to where it takes something traumatic
Mm-hmm.
in order for it to be broken down and then more pliable. But then even in that, um it's almost like you don't even want to do that to somebody's mind because it can really damage them. But that's like one of the reasons why a lot of people can't just grasp simple things. They think
Mm-hmm.
that knowledge is for you to be so eloquent in speech, or this complex way of thinking and grasping things, when our creator didn't make things like that.
Right.
Made
Right.
it simple, like simplistic, to where it can be broken down to where a child can understand it. And that's the reason
Right.
why in the scriptures to, don't hinder the children. Don't hinder the children and bring the children, because they can understand something so simple. And that's why these children are getting it just like that. And the adults
Mm-hmm.
are like, well, why? I can't see. It's the way that their minds were programmed. So
Absolutely.
um I didn't understand when I was being called to teach that that was a talent of mine that I didn't know I had. And now that's that's where I am. But then not teaching in a formal or like institutional way, but out
Mm-hmm.
here, like look, what do you have in your house? A laptop, a phone, a microphone, social media. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
and you can reach everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
you utilize what's around you. So it's just like, again, take inventory. What is that for you? I know what that is for me now, and then I could see it in my birth chart. I'm like, oh, here it is right here. Dang, I ain't even real. I'm like, why ain't you? Why
Right.
you could have just told me that. I guess Father's like, I did, but
You didn't want to listen at the
I
time. You
did, but
missed
you
it.
didn't want to leave the salon kicking and screaming. Just girl, I be doing the most. So anyway, it's that, and then other things in health and in wellness and
Yeah.
finances has a lot to do with health and wellness too. It's
Right.
health and wealth. It goes hand in hand. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
next chapter of life. So you have many talents, whatever that is for you. If you have one, or if you have many, just take inventory of yourself.
Right.
And then begin to invest today. And invest doesn't just mean, like you finna put up some money and then that's it. You have to invest
Right.
time, your energy, and your money. You have to keep on going until you start getting results and you see results. Then that goes into the obtaining part. And then
Right.
you do that, it's the what sustain, because to sustain is like whatever you've obtained or reaped from the investment. Now it's sustaining you. you know
Right.
you can live the way you want to live, and all of that. You can be able to invest back into various
Right.
things. You can even invest in the other talents that you have, and
Right.
then you maintain. What does it mean to maintain? It means that now you're keeping this up. You have to take care of it. You have to continue to perfect and hone your skills and your skill set
Mm-hmm.
and all of those things. So yeah, just do that. Just do that. And then it doesn't take forever.
Right.
It doesn't take
Absolutely.
forever.
It does not take forever.
Yes, but you have to you got to commit. You have to commit to your greatness. And
Absolutely.
look, and that's all I have to say about that.
Well, look, you can end it right there because it was good to me. Um, again, this whole conversation I think was just much needed to remind people that you already have everything you need to earn and whatever you need to profit. Like you don't really have to search far, and your purpose is what you can do every day. Your talent is something that's a natural ability. And so we just gotta, once you discover what that is, and again, it shouldn't be hard because you should be able to do this in your sleep. You should be able to do this without even thinking about money because it's just that natural. It's second nature to you. So you have a talent, figure out what it is, and begin allow your talent to earn you talent, make you profit. Let your purpose and your pain make you profit. You can do this. A lot of people is doing it. You're not exempt. So y'all need to go forth and just do the thing, right? Coach, this was awesome. Now, Coach, question: do you want to do our giveaway tonight, or do you want to stretch it out one more week? Because what I think people forgot that we were doing a giveaway tonight of
No,
the action planner.
you you know what? I don't think that they forgot, but there was something else that came up tonight at the same time. I'm not gonna say what it
Mm,
is, but something
gotcha,
else came up tonight at the same time, and so a lot of them are there, and which is
got it,
understandable, right? But
gotcha.
we have the coaches corner, and that's what we do. So yeah, we could hold off to next week where we have
Okay,
more of our viewers.
regular viewers on, right?
Yeah, so we can
Because I don't want anybody to miss out on that action planner. Period.
yes, because listen, this right here, baby, I'm on my second one, my second action planner, okay? And the way that I have this out is look, 90 days of
Mm-hmm.
focus where man, you just want one of these. Look, that's all I can say.
And
90
it works wonders.
it does. And so it's just a beautiful thing that when I dated my action planner for this last 90 days of the year, let's
Mm-hmm.
say fourth quarter, right? That it ends on December 31st.
Wow.
Yes, yes. So I was like, I said this is
Mm.
it's about to be on, right?
Yeah,
So
right on time.
yeah, so listen, you all want to be here next Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
so that we announce the winner for this 90-day action planner. All right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sounds great, Coach. Sounds great. All right, Coach. I think that's our time. We do have Jacob getting ready to come up. So 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So guys, run on over to next level training tonight with D. Jacob Milker, VP of Sales with the Stream Up Facebook Academy. Well, Coach, you want to take us out?
Yep. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Coach's Corner tonight with myself, Coach Hadassah, and Coach Cotton Gloves, where what we do, we help you get to your next level. You all take care. See you next week. Peace.